when it's going to arrive and what it's going to do after it comes across the shoreline there in the northern Gulf. But first, we're here in New Orleans, and New Orleans is a city that understands storms. I'm Justin Michaels. The rain has been falling now for several hours. The winds are beginning to pick up as the storm gets closer and closer to the Crescent City. That's where we are. The pump system here is fully functional. Of the 99 pumps in this city, 90 are functioning right now. They can turn several more on in an emergency situation, and that is a very good thing. Remember, New Orleans is below sea level. It's kind of like a bowl. Any water that goes into that bowl, kind of like your cereal bowl filled with milk, if the milk goes in, if the water goes in, it fills up. That's the same thing. Without the pumps, we would have a major problem. The pump system is robust and it's working. That's a very good thing. Schools have been closed today and tomorrow. Possibility of them opening up on Friday. Sorry for you kids out there, but that is the goal for the school district here in Orleans Parish. And also, a shelter has been set up. Other resources are available. The National Guard was seen on 90 moving in this direction. Of course, that's always a good thing to see those men and women coming. They are here to do nothing but help. And you can see the map there. You don't have to have a trained meteorological eye to say, hey, it's raining, and it's going to keep raining as Francine gets closer and closer to the Louisiana coast. And remember, it's not just Louisiana. It's into Mississippi, it's Alabama, it's Florida, it's to the west into Texas. Much of the northern Gulf Coast dealing with this storm today. Let's talk right now to Katie Bodwin. She is the president of the Orleans Parish School Board. Katie, it's so good to see you, and thank you for joining us here live on the Weather Channel. The rain is falling right now. It's ebbing and flowing. We know the storm is continuing to get closer. You are the president of a school board of a district that has 40,000 kids. That means 40,000 families as well. That's right. How are they preparing?
So far, as far as we know, everybody has been listening to local authorities, which we're very appreciative of. Everyone is hunkered down. They are ready for whatever comes our way later today and into tomorrow morning. We're just going to sit it out and wait and see what happens. Like you mentioned, schools are closed today, of course. They'll be closed tomorrow. Tomorrow, after the weather passes and things are safe, we'll have staff go out. They'll check our buildings, assess any damage, if there is any. Hopefully, we will be able to welcome our students back to school on Friday. Either way, we will stand ready to assist any districts or any neighbors and neighboring parishes that may have been worse affected. Do anything we can to help them recover through this and make sure that their students continue to learn as well.
Well, Board President Bodwin, in years past and in storms past, your schools turned into shelters even. They're really offering a level of help and housing for people in situations that were likely going to be a lot worse than this storm is going to bring, even though this storm is certainly not here yet. It can certainly pack a wallop. So the school district is ready. When you are preparing students, it's different to talk to adults. What does the school district tell students ahead of a storm? How do you help kids prepare of all ages?
A lot of it is trying to make sure that everyone isn't scared, that students aren't scared, and that they know that the people in charge know what they're doing, and that they should listen and stay safe and not take risks that they shouldn't be taking. Try to get their reading in on the days that they're out of school, and mostly to listen to the adults and look for people who are in charge and know that they know what to do in the event of an emergency.
It's interesting. New Orleans and Louisiana in general, the mutual aid that is offered and actually written into state law is pretty remarkable, because storms are part of life here, and different districts, different parishes, different cities all depend on each other to get through these storms.
That's right. And our schools, our buildings have been hardened. We have new buildings across the city that are really built to withstand this kind of weather and worse. And so that is why we will be prepared on Friday to help anyone, assist anybody that needs to be. In years past, we have served as distribution sites for food. We have opportunities to house people, cool people if necessary, if there are extended power outages. But we always do stand ready to assist anyone who needs additional help.
Katie Bodwin, we appreciate you being here with us live on the Weather Channel. Yes, and thank you for what you do for all of our kids. We do appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. A lot of preparation goes into a storm. And remember, if you think about the forecast over the last several days, it kept moving east and east and east and east. And some people were saying here in New Orleans and in Lafayette and other communities that they kind of had to do a race job at the end to really get prepared. But one thing this state and this city and so many other even much smaller cities and communities in Louisiana can do is prepare for a storm. They know what they're doing, and that is something that has been done. Looking at the rain that's falling right now, looking at the American flag up there in Jackson Square Park, it's blowing. We have seen it as stiff as a board because the gusting winds over off the ground have been pretty intense there for a while. And Mike, we know for certain that that rain and those winds are certainly going to pick up. Mike, important to note for all the travelers in town, all the people who are here to enjoy this city. They don't call it home, but they call it home for a temporary period. The airport is not closed. It is open, but all flights have been canceled. So that means some people might have to sleep at the airport. It's a nightmare scenario, but if you're trying to get out of here and maybe your hotel has no more availability because so many people are stuck, you have to believe people might be sleeping in the airport. But, Mike, it's important to remember all flights canceled at least through tomorrow morning. Mike,
and I'm hoping, Justin, with the quickness of this system, that maybe we can get some flights back online as soon as tomorrow. That would be my hope.